Hey there, and welcome back to the series 10 Pounds, 10 Times, which is part of the Irresistible You podcast. This is the series where I chronicle my real weight loss journey with you guys, where I am looking at things 10 pounds, 10 times, 100 pounds. And that's the easiest way to break it down so that we don't feel overwhelmed by how far we have to go. Whether it's 50 pounds, you have to lose 10 pounds 5 times. So just the way we frame things really does make a difference. So I wanted to check in with you guys this week. This will probably be a bit of a shorter episode. But last week I told you guys where I was literally right at the mark of changing decades. So if you're new here, one of the phrases or terms that I say, I refer to each 10 pounds of weight as a decade. So, like the 240s, the 230s, those are all decades. And last week, I was literally right at 230 pounds. I got on the scale like 3 different times. It was 230.0 every single time. And so this week when I weighed in, I am happy to say it is down to a new decade, guys, 228.2. So things are going in the right direction, and I'm feeling good. I don't know how next week's going to look. I think it might look a little bit different. I've had a bit of a stressful week. Just some things going on. Been very busy with a lot of work related things, and so I will share that, up or down or the same. I will share that in the next episode. So I'm just trying to think about this past week and how things have been going. I feel like I was maybe more active in a sense. But that's definitely something I need to work on a lot more is, becoming more active, toning my body, and really working on that at the same time. But for me in this journey, I think it's important that you don't try to do it all at once. And for me, initially, it was just trying to get off a good chunk of the weight that I gained through the pregnancy and really trying to work my way down as close as possible to Wonderland. And if I were to try and make all of these changes at once, that's how we end up giving up. When we do it slow and steady like this, the weight doesn't come back on. You know, it doesn't come back on so long as you are not asleep at the wheel, so long as you are not zombie walking through your life and the things that are coming and happening to you. You have to be awake, you have to be aware, and you have to be in control of your choices. I know for me in the past, the times that I have gained the most weight outside of my pregnancies, because I just gain a lot of weight when I'm pregnant. It's just, it is what it is, and that's over and done with for the rest of my life. But, the times where I have gained weight outside of pregnancy is because I wasn't awake. I was asleep. I was zombie walking. I was avoiding. And when you are in denial and avoiding, that's how it happens. So to get the weight off, you have to wake up. You have to recognize and meet and accept yourself where you are. Because when you're overweight and you don't like it, or you're at a number that you have never seen, or you haven't seen it in a very long time, you just want the weight off as fast as possible. And so it's like you go within yourself to just get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, without just sitting in it for a minute, acknowledging it, looking in the mirror, seeing your body, seeing the extra weight, accepting it, not necessarily accepting it, acknowledging it. You don't have to accept that this is where you are and you have to stay here, but you have to acknowledge where you are, and that as long as you keep taking care of you, staying awake, being self-aware, making good choices, you're going to get where you need to go. And we're not on a race to get there. And I truly believe the slow and steady, you win the race, because the times where I go slow and steady, the weight's not coming back. I haven't seen any of those numbers since, I haven't seen them again. Like ever since I had Javi and I've been going down, like things have been going in the right direction. Now there has been some stall outs, and that's okay too. I would much rather have a stall out and stay the same for months, which is what happened to me last year after Kat's diabetes diagnosis, I was just in this constant maintenance state, but I could have easily gone up. So focus on the wins. Nothing is too small. Keep doing what you're doing, and you will eventually get there. You will eventually get there. So now we are in a new decade. We are in the 220s. Hopefully that's where I am this week or next week as well. We'll find out. And yeah, guys, that's really all I have to say about that. So hang on one second. All right, so when I gave birth to Javi, October 2020, I had gotten all the way up to about 270 pounds. And as of today, we're at 228. So that is a total loss of 42 pounds. 40 pounds is 4 decades. That's 4 times of losing 10 pounds. I have 6 more to go, give or take. When you look at it that way, it makes it doable. It makes it manageable. It makes it achievable. So right now, I don't focus on the next 60 pounds. What I focus on is the next 8 pounds to get down to the 210s. So right now, our goal is to get to 219. When I get to 219, the next goal is to get down to 209. So that's just how I look at it. And it's like, I know I can lose 10 pounds. So right now, that's the next goal. I don't think about the bigger goal every day. I think about, I need to lose the next 8. Then I need to lose it and so that's how we're doing it. So anyway, this is going to be short and sweet. I'm going to wrap it up. Make sure you check out the latest Irresistible You episode, which is called The Subtle, Not So Subtle Fat Digs, which is part of the next episode in the Fat Girl Trauma. I didn't mean to make this a series, but I feel like it's turning into one because it's just so much to talk about. So the Subtle, Not So Subtle Fat Digs, episode 160. Make sure you listen to that, as well as 159, which is Fat Girl Trauma. Go catch up on both of those on your podcast player. Those are some really good conversations that we're having, and we will continue everything in the free Facebook group. Thank you guys for listening. I will catch you in the next one. Until then, stay irresistible. Bye.